Alright, I have that base spine done. I'm coming into Inventor here and realize that was such a small scale. I don't know that the frame generator is going to have a standard steel for that, so I may try this twice. I'll do the first time, show you the process of the frame generator, and then we may have to go ahead and scale it up again. So we're going to go ahead and go new. And realistically, we're going to still start in a standard part in inches. And fundamentally, I think what I might have done wrong here is I probably could have gone and twisted that thing up so it was facing up in the Z, and that's what I would like to have done. I would have gone back to my AutoCAD here, but I'm too lazy to change that. See, I've changed my funky green color. So what I'm going to do now is, remember, we just bring in a block. We're going to look in bridge, and if you remember what I just called that, I just wanted the spine to come in. So I'm going to bring in just spine. I'm going to hit open here. It's going to come in, you know, all kinds of different ways to do this, but when I'm done, I'm going to turn it up in 90 degrees and bring it into the frame generator, doing it here, I think, in this program. So we'll see how that works. It's taken a while, as always, to bring in something from AutoCAD. It's doing a lot of processing. Remember, you're going to turn on the sketch blocks if you can. We're going to bring in everything. You can't see as I pull this down here, but I'm going to hit next. Remember that whole AutoCAD to Inventor blocks, even though there is none, I'm going to hit finish here. It's going to come in. What we would do this generally is with a 3D sketch. So that comes in, if you notice it came at 0, 0. It's kind of hard to see there, but I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch right away. That's going to bring in now something. In all reality, I'd like to try to rotate that, though I don't necessarily know that I'm going to be able to do it in this program. Now, so we've got all kinds of basic different stuff here. That kind of general sketch, I'd like to rotate it up in the Z. So if I can't necessarily do it here, we're going to do it later with something else. So I'm just going to go to front, kind of get that here. It's a 2D sketch. It'd be nice to have I got it in a 3D sketch, I think, for the frame generator. But I'm going to remember the frame generator is only in the assembly view. I'm going to save as here. I'm going to call this 5 April. Just spine. Obviously, you can do better on the names than me. I'm going to save this out. Okay, this is a part. It's a 2D. It's laying on the ground. It's really facing Y, so we're going to go ahead and close that. We're going to now go to new, and we're going to bring in, hopefully, an assembly. And my hope is we'll see how the frame generator works, but this may be something we're going to have to basically scale up. We're going to place, if you remember what that thing was called, 5 April, April 5, just spine. Bring it in here. Yes, that's going to come to 0, 0, but if you remember now, that's kind of turned on its side. So we're going to see how well we can do with grabbing that and, by golly, doing a rotate. And this can be one of the hardest things I'm going to see that I've seen in this program is the rotate, but I'm sure it's not bad. But it's not working for me now. So instead of that, I can kind of go ahead and let's see if we can actually turn on some of these planes. How about that? How about that XZ plane? And now if we go ahead and grab that XZ plane, that one there is kind of the one I want to right-click, turn it to visible. Now I think maybe if I go ahead and grab this, I'm kind of highlighting it, and if I do the rotate or the grip snap, I want to grab this here. It's not letting me do that. It's grounded, so I can't rotate it. Kind of a key thing here. So I'm going to go to here, cancel, right click, change the grounded bit. Now if I go ahead and grab that, see, it would be a lot better to have just turned it in AutoCAD. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to try the grip snap. Grab that grip. I'm going to rotate about a point. I don't think it's working for me, right? And my angle here is not working for me, so I'm going to hit back, cancel. So that said, I'm just going to give up on the frame generator and tell you we will learn how to turn these things around. The other one I think that's of interest is rotate. That one is just the oddest one. It rotates that way and this way and the other way, and So this general sense of how these things rotate, it's going to be more this match that you're going to want to do. So I'm going to go back here a couple times, and I'm going to kind of take you out finally to the frame generator, even though it's wrong. And we're going to think about basically, you know, doing as much turning things around in my general sense as you can do. So there's we're going to go to the front view here. We're going to go to frame generator now. So you're here within the design, and basically we're going to insert a frame. So do you want to save this assembly? Sure. We're going to call it just spine frame. We're going to save that just spine frame. And here's how the frame generator works. Probably not going to be the best of all worlds here, because if we look at these different sizes, I don't know that we're going to be able to kind of get to the very smallest of them all. So I'm going to go with the smallest size I got. I don't think it's going to do anything for me. Well, there it did. It made a nice frame for me, but it's a little bit big, and I'm going to try another one. Here you go. Another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there. I'll just keep those up. We'll just do with those, and then we'll say apply. Okay, that's all great stuff until you do this. Now, once again, because of the scale of this, I would have done this starting in real scale. I'll probably tie this one more time, and I'm going to hit cancel here. I'm done. Okay, those are all done. There's your frame generator. Now you can do things like Mitre. I'm just going to go Mitre this one and this one. Hit OK. Boy, that works awfully good. We're going to go ahead and Mitre. I'm going to try to trim to frame. Boy, that doesn't work. I'm going to go back one here. So, get the general sense of frame generator. I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these out. I'm going to be really curious what this thing does for me. What's going on the inside and everything else. Obviously, these sizes are off for that. That was the smallest size I had. And these are kind of small. We'll see what it does with weldments and everything else. But we'll try this again up to scale if I can't get the 1/8 of an inch in the settings on frame generator, but you get the kind of picture and what all of a sudden this would start to do with your center line. So let me go back to there, insert frame, and I'm going to try something that was as small as I got, huh? So let me try to get something else. I'm going to try to do square bars, select a member. Yes, again, I'm going to go as small as I can. That's probably 8 by 8 millimeters, I'm going to guess. Don't know. I'm going to start grabbing things. Placement. There we go. I'm going to start grabbing. Yes, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. There's the frame generator sense. So, apologize especially to Bart who might be looking at this. I'll try to bring this computer in tomorrow. It actually works pretty sweet. And I don't know that we can push through the setting things at school, but hopefully at your home you can push through them. I'm just grabbing all these bars, hit apply, making all kinds of many parts. All kinds of many parts. And hit cancel here. Now, of course, we can get to this point where we can try the Mitre again. Or maybe the notch. I think the notch, this is going to be the blue one. I'm going to notch this one, and the frame member I'm going to notch to is that one. I'm going to hit OK. Kind of notches it out. I think it does it there. I'm going to try another notch. This is my member, and this is my frame member. Hit OK. So it's cutting it. That's not bad. It's kind of notching it out here pretty nicely. I'll try another one here with this one. Notch. There's the blue member. Ah, the blue one is the one that's being notched. The blue one is being notched, and the yellow one is the one that's not being notched, and I hit OK. You see it cutting it off there. So that general bit, let's try another notch. The blue one is the one that's being notched. The yellow one is the one that's not being notched. Go with this again. There's a member there, and there's a yellow member. Hit apply. It's cutting it off. You see how it cuts that. So that's kind of what we were doing with the other one. Go through this process here. We'll try one right here. Let's try a miter between this one and this one. Hit apply. And then, of course, let's try a notch the next. So that general sense, if we're going to go ahead and try a notch, this is the one that's being notched, and this is the one that's sticking around. Thanks for listening.